you know that many brands spend more than 50% of their marketing budget in the last 3 months of the year? The good news for you is that it's now October, which means I can hear those sweet Q4 budgets just screaming out, "Spend me, Justin, spend me!" That admittedly got kind of weird. Anyways, my name is Justin Moore. I'm a sponsorship coach. I've made over $4.5 million working with brands, and I've helped hundreds of other creators earn millions more. So today I'm gonna reveal 8 different brands that you could pitch this month to land some lucrative sponsorships for yourself. So the first brand is ShipStation, and they partnered with a creator named The Stradman. And what I always like to do is go and look at the vanity URL, which is essentially the URL where it's like brand.com/creator's name, and you can go here and see like what are they promoting. And so when I go here, it says get ship done. ShipStation has partnered with the Stradman to offer you an extended 60-day free trial. So that's the main promo that this brand is encouraging people to sign up for. It's pretty simplistic. There's probably an opportunity to actually improve this page, maybe have an embedded video with the Stradman on here saying, here's the top 3 reasons why I like ShipStation. In terms of actually getting people to start their free trial, this is a lot of fields for people to have to fill out to start it. You know, again, what I talk about a lot is like, how can you go to the brand and say, hey, I actually think we could increase conversions or signups for this free trial if we removed some of these fields, some of these mandatory fields, and like actually just get people's email addresses, and then we can try to win them onto the trial app with like a 7-day email sequence or something like that. Again, lean into your own credibility and expertise to recommend something like that. Another thing that I noticed is that if you go to ShipStation's website, scroll down all the way to the bottom, I want to see like what social media are they active on right now. I was pretty tickled to see that they actually have a Threads icon there. I went to there and they literally have not posted in more than a year on there. So it looks like they got really excited at first, but then like kind of gave up. I went to their Instagram, and one thing you'll kind of notice is, you know, they've got 23,000 subscribers on here. They're trying to do reels. It looks like they hired someone. I don't know if this guy is in-house on their team or something, but like, you know, their reels are not, you know, performing as well as they you know, potentially could. So one thing that you could pitch to ShipStation is like, hey, I would love to create some content for you to repurpose on your social accounts, ShipStation. I'm gonna give you 5-10 videos per month. It's gonna be $7,500 a month or something. I have my finger on the pulse of like what's trending on Reels or on TikTok or YouTube Shorts or whatever. And so this kind of can become something on autopilot. What do you say? The next brand is Pandora, which is a jewelry company. And they partnered with The Birds Papaya to share how you should give jewelry to yourself, not really gift it to anyone else. No, that's not really what the caption says, but that's kind of what the message is. And so this campaign was running last February. And, you know, one of the things I talk about a lot is like, you know, we're sitting here in October and we're trying to pitch the brand. Can't pitch them, you know, like for something, let's turn this around. Let's turn around a campaign in 3 weeks. Sometimes it's going to take, you know, a long time to actually plan this out. So, you know, 3, 4, 5 months in advance, coming to them with some ideas gives them time to actually greenlight it, right? And so one of the things I love doing is actually going to the brand's website and seeing like what's like their main thing that they're promoting kind of above the fold in this slider. Maybe it's a new product, maybe it's a new promotion, something like that. You can learn a lot from their websites. One thing I noticed as I was scrolling down here, they have all these kind of like offers down here that they're promoting. One thing stuck out to me was like, wow, they actually have a discount for students, which is pretty interesting. So you click on here and you get to this offers and promotions tab. And so they have a couple different things that, you know, you can take advantage of. So they've got this students save 10%. So maybe you have a disproportionate number of like younger viewers or younger audience members that you speak to. That could be, you know, something that you reach out and say, hey, I'm wondering if you've ever actually done campaigns targeting students and this 10% incentive that you have. I would love to, you know, tell this story in the following way. I can make, you know, these, you know, couple posts, I can do newsletters, I can do, you know, a YouTube video, whatever your platform focuses. And that's maybe not ever a campaign that they've ever experimented with before. And so it actually took you reaching out, proposing that. And the fact that they already have this program stood up, it might be easier to greenlight a campaign like that rather than to convince them right out the gates, like, hey, you should be offering 10% discount to students. No, they already have it. They see the value in that. And so here's how you can help spread the word. The next brand that you should pitch in October is Dr. Pepper. They hired a creator creator named Pamela Valdez for this kind of joint collaboration with Walmart. Especially during the holidays, there's something called shopper marketing, where brands try to get consumers into specific retailers to drive purchases for specific SKUs of their products or store keeping unit. And so this campaign went live last January. And so when you were you to reach out to Dr. Pepper, you could say, hey, it seems like Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar is something that you're trying to, encourage college students to drink. Was curious if you're going to be running that campaign again this year. Here's how I envision we can move the needle for that. The next brand that you should pitch in October is Spotify. They hired a creator named Tasalti back in February to share how Spotify helps you get more stuff done. In particular, Spotify podcasts. Oh, I didn't know Spotify had podcasts. Awesome. And look, we're sitting here in October. You know what's coming up, that period between, let's say, December 15th and January 8th. What happens, right? You're sitting at home, right? You're stuffed on all those holiday goodies and you're like, you know what? I'm going to take care of all those chores that I've been procrastinating for the entire year, right? And so you know what? Oh, let me pop in some Spotify podcasts, right? And so you never know, were you to reach out and pitch Spotify, they might say, hey, that's a great idea. We'd never considered that angle. Real quickly, I talk a lot about sponsorships on this channel, but the absolute best way to negotiate more advantageous deals for you is to have a fully diversified creator business. Basically, you can turn down bad deals if you have other income sources. So what if I told you there was a way to monetize your content outside of just sponsorships, outside of just brand deals, that you could connect on a deeper level with your audience and go from partnering with businesses to building out your own business and selling actual products with lasting value? This video is sponsored by Teachable, which is the platform where creators earn life-changing money and grow their impact with educational products made to serve their audience and engage them on a deeper level. My wife April and I have been on the internet for 15 plus years, and I think we've kind of mastered the art of earning money through things like AdSense and sponsorships, but as we've grown more passionate about our content and we're more connected with our audience, we realized that we could do more, right? And that we didn't only have to rely on other businesses to pay us, right? We could take all of our years of knowledge as online creators and turn it into valuable products that could help people grow and expand on the content we were already making. Whether it's online courses or digital downloads and guides, one-on-one coaching sessions, these are the types of things that my audience has been asking me about for years, and Teachable makes it incredibly easy to create and sell them all in one place. Creating and selling digital products on a platform like Teachable allows you to bring your audience into a space that you own. You don't have to worry about complicated revenue sharing with ads or your content getting lost in the algorithm. Teachable gives you the power to take all of your expertise and easily turn it into products that your audience wants to actually pay you for. And the best part is that all kinds of creators thrive on Teachable, whether you're a lifestyle influencer or you review B2B SaaS tools or you have a hyper local newsletter. You can carve out your own niche and join over 100,000 creators doing the same on Teachable. So here's the question. Are you ready to go deeper with your audience and engage with them more authentically, to cash in on your creativity and do it all on your own terms? Then you're ready to join Teachable. Plus, if you do it now, you can take advantage of our exclusive partner coupon code CW30FREE. Put it here on the bottom of the screen, CW30FREE, to receive an entire month absolutely free. So try out their premium features, see if it's right for you. Spoiler alert, if you're a creator looking to build a business, it will be. So the next brand that you should pitch in October is Chobani. They hired a creator, Jess Pham, to share their Chobani creations. Chobani has been kind of on a tear recently. I've been releasing a bunch of new products. I don't know if you've tried these Greek yogurt drinks. They're actually really good, and they have these like seasonal flavors that they've been trying to plug. And so for brands that are releasing a lot of new things, one research tactic that you can try is to go and look at, articles or press releases, or go on LinkedIn and see what, their marketing people are talking about. Like, oh, we're so excited for the launch of X that's happening in 3, 4, 5, 6 months, something like that down the line. So if you're sitting here in October and you're thinking, okay, what is Chobani? What's going to be important to Chobani in January or December, January, February, those type of dates? That should be the thrust of your pitch when you reach out to them. The next brand that you should pitch in October is Seed. They hired a creator named Bobby Parrish to talk about how their product is available in Sprouts. Did a little bit of research, went to Seed's Instagram and found out that Seed, as of, a couple weeks ago, they are now available in Target. So I don't know if you know how hard it is to get into some of these gigantic retailers like Target, but this often can sometimes take years to actually get distribution there. And so you better believe that everyone internal at the brand is like, Target, Target, Target. This is like the big thing right now. We gotta go big. We gotta, drive sales. Because the other thing too is that the way that oftentimes these rollouts work is that they will give them test stores. They'll give them like, 50 stores on the West Coast, or they'll give them, certain locations sprinkled throughout the country. And it's like a test. So they say, okay, how many, SKUs, how much volume can we actually drive? And so it's a big priority for brands to actually move stuff off the shelves. And so if you see this and you're like, wow, Target seems to be important for them right now, that should be what you reach out about. You could say, oh, congratulations. I know you all must be so excited about getting this into Target. I would love to spread the word about this, get all my audience members and all my viewers going in, trying it in the store. That could probably dovetail very nicely with a huge initiative for the brand internally. The next brand that you should pitch in October is Rugs USA. They hired a creator named Lauren Ashley Hansen to share this kind of earthy textured rug layering look, kind of like a trend thing. The idea that I had here is that if you're a creator who has your finger on the pulse of trends like this, right, whether it's in fashion or whether it's decor, whatever niches, whatever vertical, you could actually reach out to the brand and say, hey, I don't know if you've seen this, but XYZ is trending right now. Or I think that in 3 months or in 4 months, XYZ ABC is gonna be trending, and here's why. I'm an expert in this space. Here's some content that I can link to illustrate my credibility. Would love to, show how we can use Rugs USA products with this trend. And then, by the way, in fact, maybe you could go out there and hire 5, 6, 7 other creators to kind of do this idea. Maybe you could even coordinate it, because guess what? I know 4 or 5 of my friends who would love to, jump on this, right? And so you could make it this much bigger thing. But this was a blank slate. It came from whole cloth, right? You were the one who reached out proposing this. The brand didn't even know that this was like a trend that might be coming down the pipeline, but they're very eager to hear this type of thing. Look, I think a lot of creators think that brands have it all figured out, right? They've got all the experts, they've got the research, they've got the agencies and things like that. A lot of brands are just as clueless as us. Like they don't know it all, right? And so if you can put that hat on as a consultant, as an expert, and actually say, hey, I think you should be doing this, a lot of brands will really appreciate that. The next brand that you should pitch in October is Prose. They sponsored the Wild Till 9 podcast, and the promo was get your free in-depth hair consultation and 50% off your first subscription order. When I dug a little bit deeper, I saw that back in March, they had a giveaway, and they said, hey, want to win a spot on our next influencer trip? So you think, oh, you reach out and you say, hey, are you going to be doing another influencer trip next year? Are you going to be running a similar giveaway like that? I would love to help spread the word about this giveaway. This is super cool. Another thing that I saw is back in February, they hit 500,000 product reviews on some site called Review and Refine. It's some sort of rating site. And so now we're fast forward, this is 6 months later, they're maybe close to hitting 1 million product reviews. Don't you think that's going to be something that they'll probably want to celebrate? That could be a cool pitch. You reach out, hey, are you close to 1 million? Or, oh, hey, see, I see that you're close to 1 million. I would love to help celebrate you in the following ways. Boom, 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 boom. I know you're thinking, Justin, I don't want it to end. I want to pitch more brands. Well, make sure to click this video right here.